What are the problems with S2? Sometimes it's hard to get games started just purely because of the way it works. So going to try and make it easy to... Oh, wrong button. So I did a parasite there on that second Marine. So just trying to get parasites on those early Marines there. Go back and heal from the gorge too. No point going in on half health. Made it that Marine there is on 2 bites for Tiny there, so he's a pretty good Skulk, so he should be able to... Never mind, it's 3 Marines. Because early game, first minute when they've got armor 0... When they've got armor 0, they're only 2 bites when they're parasited. So that's why I'm doing this. The other reason is obviously Parasite makes them visible on the mini-map and through walls for 2 minutes for all your teammates. Very, very, very powerful. For reasons like that. I hear more Marines coming, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, someone who's actually checking the corners, quite rare. Hi, Kyle. Have you seen NS2 before? Or don't think I've seen you around. Just got trying to axe me. That is not going to work. I believe there's a Marine in the vent. Let him waste his ammo. Hopefully someone else can deal with him. I've only got the gorge. He's probably going to die. It's unfortunate. I'm going to try and spawn in there. Try and bail out that gorge if I can. As Tiny's saying there, yeah, we really probably should be sending a Skulk or 2 to try and deal with res. That Marine's already cleared out. Okay. Oh, this is a good spot. Go for the Marine at the back if you've got a grip. Because if you go for the one in front, obviously the one behind is going to shoot at you. You want to try and minimize the amount of bullets flying in your direction. Yeah, good to see you around then, Kyle. Yeah, let me know if you got any questions or anything about the game and I'll do my best to answer them. I've been playing this quite a bit. Obviously I got about 2,500 hours. Got some older videos on the channel where I used to play it competitively. Obviously not the best player around.
Get assistant to arrivals and get us a time.
But I can certainly explain the majority of things. Only thing I can't really do is play Fade. Fade is quite difficult. Probably shouldn't have gone in there by myself, in hindsight. Did get 2 bites on that Marine though, so I'll have no armor. I doubt they have welders yet.
Yeah, they keep killing the citizens
Just kind of waiting till we have enough res to go Lerk there. Back when I did play competitive, I used to always play Lerk, which is the... well, you'll see in a minute. So, right there, I could see he was reloading, so I went straight in there. If you see them reloading like that, easy kill. And if at all possible, if they're shooting at structures, you want to wait until they have to reload. Evolving to Lerk at the moment, and you'll see there, like, quite different to Skulk. Obviously, you run the risk of losing the Lerk and all the res that you've spent on it. So you can see I'm down to 1.2 resources now. So we don't want to engage a group of Marines like that, that's far too dangerous. I want to try and get in behind them. Map knowledge really helps here in this situation. So Go for the bite and then back out. Let that poison tick on them. Break line of sight. Back out because I've taken way too much damage. No thank you. That pistol can hurt. One or two of those Marines in there are both good shots. That makes this difficult. I want to try and minimize the amount of time you spend in their vision. Some upgrades wouldn't go astray here either, but we don't have those yet. You'll see there if I'm not sticking around to go for multiple bites because I know they've got some good shots. So just hit and run, hit and run. Not too many Marines there. I can hear at least two behind that one that I was seeing. That's far too risky. If I can get around behind them, I might be able to do something. But they may or may not hear me.
In a rifles.
Oh wow, yep, that's way too many. So you'll see there, I was doing the up and down swerve there. Most Marines will have struggled to hit a Lerk that does that. Yeah, definitely recommend getting the game. It does have quite a bit of a learning curve though, so be wary of that. Oh, that is their entire team. We should probably hit a different part of the map. Got like 5 Marines in Atrium, guys. We can defend this. So there, they were distracted by a Skulk, so I took that as an opportunity to get in there. So you see me weakening them with a spike first. So that means they're only 1 bite, so they had no armor. Yeah, it's quite a fun game. It's very different to all the other games out there, which is the reason why I always keep coming back to it. Take this vent up here, yeah. It's like a duplicate of another map, but they've like moved things around, so it throws me off. So you see there, that Marine didn't hear me because I was holding spacebar. That puts you in a glide mode, and you can see I don't make any sound, or rather hear. I'm just trying to scout out their res nodes and make life difficult for them. He did a lot more damage to me than I was expecting, but we got a free kill out of that. Just gonna try and find the safest way back to Hive, which is here. So the only way to heal as alien is through these things here, a crag, the Hive, or a gorge, which are those like pig things you see running around. Which are, of course, other players there. I believe the alien column is able to throw a mucus down as well, which gives you like an armor. Obviously, the commanders on both sides are playing the RTS portion of the game, so they're dropping structures like these. That's a resource node. That's what's gathering P-res for our lifeforms down the bottom right there, and the Marines' weapons. And then if I press tab, you can see both our team there has team resources. That's what gives us the comm resources to drop structures and stuff like that.
Chew the red, Skulk. Chew the red. We're going to be dropping a
So
rifle.
if we can get in behind them here.
Make sure they stop killing assist.
You'll probably hear me coming, I want to say. Does he have no ammo? He's using his pistol for some reason.
I don't think we can drop arrivals until the pass is secure. So it doesn't matter if
Man, they really want Atrium, apparently. Okay. I didn't know he had a shotgun. I never would have tried that if they had a shotgun. I'm incredibly lucky I didn't get 2-shot there.
get multiple drift.
So again, got a real easy kill on that guy because he didn't hear me at all. Completely silent. Probably going to do the same to this Marine if I can. No, that guy was a bit more alert, so I don't want to risk that. Break line of sight immediately after the bite, let the poison do a few ticks. Make short work of him. Very successfully playing some hit and run here. Yeah, so you've been watching it on YouTube. Yeah, that's probably the best way to learn. That's how I learn games as well before I play them. That's just how I prefer to, like, before I pick up a new game, I'll watch a bunch of people play it and learn how it works first. I do have some tutorial videos lying around, at least one for Lerk, and they're from back in 2015, but that was when I was still fresh off competitive, so there's some stuff there that I had to go back and watch and teach myself again. It's still quite relevant. Some things have changed since then, but not a whole lot. And obviously... Ooh, that is a shotgun. I'm probably dead here. Yep, there we go. So that's why you gotta be careful of shotguns. That's how you lose a life form. One big meat shot straight to the face. Who got me, actually? Simkin. Yeah, so I ran into one of the best shots on their team. Unfortunate. But you can still go quite a lot with Skulk. You just die a lot more often while doing it. Because obviously, Skulks are the throwaway life form that everyone spawns as. Bit of a glass cannon. We'll probably go Lerk again. We've got the reds to do it. But not before clearing out that hive. So I should have been listening a bit more carefully there, because if I was paying attention I would have heard that Marine. Because he obviously heard me coming, because he was prepared to shoot me straight in the face as soon as I popped around the corner. Because that's actually a big thing in NS2. You listen. Because Marines and Skulks both make very loud sounds. I feel a bit bad there. That second guy was a bit of a new player. You can tell by their reaction speeds. Didn't react to getting bitten. That is a shotgun, so we're just going to stay back and let the others do that. Do a bit of spikes. Chips their armor down, so it takes less bites for the others to kill them. If we can, we'll fly around and assist the other Lerk and Fade. Makes you both more efficient. And it means there's a chance they won't focus all their fire onto one. Yeah, there's far more Marines there than I want to deal with. I had a phase gate there which I didn't see, so that's their teleporter. Yeah, thanks for asking, Kyle. Yeah, doing quite well at the moment. Very good day today, actually. Probably can tell if you've seen that in the other streams, I'm talking a bit more often than normal. Also trying to be a little bit more animated when I am streaming as well. Just one of these things you get better at over time. So they've got a phase gate and deliveries too. Oh, jeez, I thought that was a Marine. This map is still a little bit of a maze just because everything blends in a little bit. Be careful here, don't get cut off. Structure is under attack. Like that. I'm just going to chill in here for a moment. Structure is under attack. So that's a shotgun, so we're going to wait for him to run out of ammo and just spike him for the meantime. Make it a little bit easier for that Skulk to get him. Look, if I can actually land any of these spikes, jeez. sneak out before he can get a good shot on me. That guy's scary. He's a good shot. Just gonna get carapace, so I get a bit of extra armor. I'll make these shotguns easy to deal with. Got a bite on him, so that poison's gonna tip. Yeah, there you go. Definitely need someone else to help me with that guy. Okay, don't do what I just did there. I'm lucky that guy isn't a particularly good shot. If you fly straight in like that, oh yeah, definitely. Last cookie. Yeah, I'm used to dying a bit more often than that. I practiced a little bit before I streamed this time to get used to the game again. Because last time I streamed NS2 2 weeks ago, it was a little bit inconsistent. And believe it or not, I went and watched my old tutorial. I mentioned that a bit before. Because back then, when I made that tutorial, I was fresh out of the competitive scene, at least the Australian version of it. So there's a lot of stuff I'd forgotten about since then, 2015. And that certainly helped. Well, you can see there I was using the res extractor there to try and block line of sight. Which made me survive until he ran out of ammo there. At that point, easy kill. Resist underpass. Yeah, if you see something like that, you always want to call it out to remind the comm, because they're probably looking at something else. Careful here, because I don't know if this guy's a shotgun or not. Break off, because that guy's a good shot. Pretty sure. So this is risky, because now I'm really low. All it takes is a couple pistols and I'm dead. Just make sure we take the safest route back there. Looks like we got Onos up already. The main thing that we're failing at here is we haven't really had too many Skulks doing res biting at the moment. I'm just kind of being a nuisance. So this guy's a good shot, I know that. So we'll just let the poison tick on him. So you can see he was down to 1 HP because of all that poison. Makes for much easier kills. Last few streams I definitely wasn't doing that when I should have been. I was just going for full bites. You see they fly straight over the head vertically because Marines and just people in general have trouble doing vertical aiming. Resist lobby if you can. Just gonna break line of sight immediately. That Simkin guy scares me. I prefer him with a rifle, like he is right now, because it makes it a lot easier to deal with, but still nothing to scoff at. Never really seen him before, I'm not sure. Is he from just a different player? That he had a shotgun, so I'm not sticking around. Just chip away his armor. Oh, the Skulk got a bite on him. Easy. If at all possible, and get a sneaky bite on the shotgun, back off, let the poison do its work. But if they know you're there, it's not worth going for a bite on the shotgun. As you saw earlier, flash. Oh, it wasn't exactly a flash Lerk, but died very quickly. Got a fair bit done though. How'd I miss that bite? Risky bite there. I only went in because I thought he was still reloading. Oh my god. That was the riskiest bite. Not even sure why I was doing that. Temporary lapse in judgment. So lucky one of them didn't have a shotgun there. Now, seeing as we are pushing up a little bit, kind of considering swapping to regen. There's been less shotguns around too, so I don't need the carapace as much. How are we doing? Yeah, top of the kill board at least, but Tiny's been contributing more in terms of points. He's probably been res biting, which is good. We need that sort of thing. save our upgrades if we can. Bite the gate, guys. Oh, it's already gone. Don't blind me. I'm gonna spike that because the Skulk will run into that otherwise. Guaranteed. Those mines are no joke. They one-hit Skulks, and they do a good chunk of health on everything else. So if you see them at all as a Lerk, you're the one that's best equipped to deal with them, other than a Gorge. Not quite sure what that guy's doing, that was a bit weird. Just running, casually running through our hive. That's a HMG, I don't want any of that. Not alone anyway. You can see I only got hit by like 2 bullets there. That was almost all our armor. Need to get the drop on them. Oh, the comms meting him! Damn it. Alright, we'll chill this Skulk for a little bit. We're close to Onos res, so... Third Onos wouldn't hurt. I'm still happy with that performance though. I thought I could get that HMG, and I probably would have if I didn't miss one of those bites, but the comm unfortunately started meting him, so I had to land an extra bite. But as a Skulk, we can actually hit jetpacks a little easier, because we don't have to be as careful. And you've got leap as well. I think we need 60 res for Onos unless they changed it, which is quite possible. Yeah, I did get a little bit greedy there, but I did also get screwed over by the Marine comp doing the meting there. Very easy to get too greedy, especially when it's a jetpack with the HMG, because that's like about 35-40 res, depending on what the HMG is worth. So they've changed the price on that a few times. Need to try and keep him that hallway, because that makes it easier for the Onos. Just all grouping up like that. Being a Lerk in this situation actually be quite scary, because you see how quick I'm dying there with the grenades and LMGs and everything. So I might evolve to Onos over rivals here. Hopefully one of these other 2 Onos don't die before I need 62. I'm a bit off there. Okay. I think the best thing I can do here is just try and bite some res, even though that's not quite as interesting. Have been lacking res biters here. Already have more than enough kills to make up for... Wait, did they have XT? I didn't see. They did. I just went straight past that. Can't believe I didn't look at the map. Alright. So that's a lot of res on its own. 15 res for the phase gate. Loss of map control on the left side. Swap the parasite here in case there's a Marine. Probably gonna have a jetpacker come over here to deal with me. That's fine. If they have a jetpacker here, it means I've got one less up the hive. And if they don't come here, then we get their res node, which obviously means they can't snowball. You can probably kill this Exo too. He's gonna get greedy. Just with an Exo, you want to get on their feet like that. You can see I got 4 bites for free on him. He can't repair himself. Marines need to repair him, so he's going to back off back to base and probably do nothing for the next minute or so.
Oh, honey.
Just because I bit him.
Really good sneaky hive. You're lucky.
Okay, so they probably have Midtown res, I'm going to guess. So let's go scout that out. Do almost have enough Onos res. Next death we should be able to go Onos. Not a very good Onos, but even a bad Onos is better than none. just a force multiplier. Go help that Lerk with repair. I don't like biting structures as Lerk because it makes you way too vulnerable. Like, someone could just walk in and kill that Lerk super easy. Barely any convenience. Just hang around here just for a few seconds. Actually, no, we can go help with that. I'm just gonna see if we can snipe whoever tries to rebuild. But they're probably gonna come from this direction. You can see they've used a lot of their jetpacks by now. So we should be able to grind this phase gate. Yep, we already did it. Perfect. So where'd that Exo go? Very hard to hit a Skulk at your feet as an Exo. You're so high up, you've got to look basically straight down. Right, time for Onos. We'll have to clear out that jetpacker there first, though. Got some bites on him, chase him out. I definitely want to go Onos, but it takes way too long, and with Marines around the hive, it's too risky. Just better off staying Skulk, getting some damage in for everyone else. Stint the feet, like I said. See, I did 400 damage to him, so that's 200, because their Exo's health is all armor. And I believe they have about 450. Exos are very much glass cannons. Very not worth it most of the time. Yeah, Kyle, the turrets as Marine Commander are kind of very niche. They cost a lot of res, whilst I was aware of. Very, very niche. Generally speaking, they're not worth doing. You want to try and do stuff that buffs your own players. It's kind of usually a thing you only see with meme strats, or if you've got a lot of res, at which point you're probably already winning. But you do see them occasionally. Usually it's just better to get all the upgrades and stuff first. So this is why I didn't want to evolve to Onos before when they were attacking the hive. You can see how long it takes. But now that we do have it, we should be able to help out. I'm not going to chase him down the whole way, that's suicide. HMG Marine will do a lot on his own. But just my presence is enough to scare him off. So hopefully we get a tunnel there. Just follow these other two Onos around, which are still alive, which is impressive. Normally my Onos doesn't last that long. Just gonna move around as a big pack. Kind of fourth as well. So this is why I wanted to go Onos rather than Lerk again. Oh my. Remember what I was saying about my Onos just dying? Yeah, let's go regen. Oh, we can't. I really hope they don't push. Can we get a gorge down the bottom of the map with the Onos? Yeah, what Cookie said there, yeah. Another reason with the turrets. So that, what the Lerk's doing there, he's putting Umber on us, which kind of gives us damage resistance while we're in that yellow cloud. Focus that Onos first. I mean, Exo first. I'm gonna get over here to stop that, cut off their retreat. And not get stuck on the wall or something. Jeez. I'll let the Lerks get him. I'm just gonna take this out. Got the gorge healing me. I'm gonna back out now. Go back to this crag. Yeah, that support Lerk is just helping a shit ton. So regen will just help us get back into the fight a little bit sooner. I think you've got a bit too close there, mate. So now that we've got all these Onos, I think that Onos is getting a bit over eager there. We can probably force him to beacon whenever we want. So this regen here means that we can actually hang around without the gorge. So weird balance with Onos between like being too overcautious and doing nothing, and yeah, we should push their base if we can. I'm gonna try and lead the. Oh! No, I don't want any of that. They're all just sitting in their base. That's suicide. Back out. I just noped straight out of that. You walk in there, they're all lined up on the wall. It's hilarious. Better that than them actually pushing out of base though. That means they're doing nothing. And it means they're probably already trying to vote to concede if they're all sitting in base. Or at the very least they've committed themselves to defend base last stand. Oh my god, look at that. That's terrifying. That is terrifying. Alright, that was quite good. I'm happy with that performance there. Just walked in as Onos and all the Marines are just lined up on the wall. I'm definitely happy with that performance there. That was a nice even game. The Marines were keeping us on the back foot there in the beginning. And then basically until Tiny started going fade there, like we were holding him back enough as Lerk that we weren't losing too many res nodes, but we're kind of hovering around 2 and 3. Tiny definitely did a lot of the structure damage there. Looks like... If we have a look at the res graph. Yeah, so that's why we were winning. We ended up winning because we're biting all those res nodes there. So it looks like I was actually wrong. Like we did actually have quite a lot of res pressure. And you can see we're actually doing alright in kills too. Definitely felt like an even game though. The Marines had a lot of map control despite all that. And very happy with that actually. I like to see above 60% there. Very consistent.